with the recording. Make sure we got that going. Perfect. Okay. Thank everyone for being here. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight. I'm excited to be able to share one of my favorite topics because for me, this is probably, it's hard to say that this is the most powerful product that doTERRA has, but it's very close. Because the business opportunity that doTERRA shares really is also transformational as much as the products. And so I'm really excited to be able to share this with you, and hopefully we can cover some good ground tonight, help you clarify a bunch of things, make this as clear as possible for you, but also hopefully help you to feel more confident in this product, just like you would with any of the other products. It's all about education. It's all about helping you to feel comfortable with things. So I want to start this process by asking you a question. I want you to take a minute and really dig deep for a second. And I want you to think about, what if on the 15th of the month, every month, you are getting a commission from doTERRA for $1,000, pounds, euros, Swiss franc, whatever country you're based in, $1,000 a month on the 15th of each month. What would that do for you? And feel free to write into the chat some answers. Take yourself off mute and throw out some answers. Either way is fine with me. But I want to know, if you were to be receiving $1,000 a month, every month on the 15th of the month from doTERRA, what would that do for your life? How would that change? Shopping. Fantastic. Time off, pay off debt. Fantastic. These are great answers. So for some of us, it's an increase in liberty. It's an increase in freedom, being able to spend money on the things that we want, whether that be food, whether that be clothes, whether that be things that right now we're probably just not. I'd pay off the furniture I just purchased. That's excellent. Pay off debt, take time away from work. All of these things are talking about freedom. Okay, so I want to ask you this question again. What if on the 15th of the month, every month, you are earning a commission from doTERRA of $5,000 a month? What would that do for you? How would you spend the money? Buy an apartment. Okay, that's a great option, because $5,000 every month means that that's a viable opportunity, right? I'd buy into the property ladder. Someone said travel. I'd move to the Costa in Spain. Good. We'd have a new neighbor here in Spain. That would be great. More money towards building my business and save. More plus move. Fantastic. Okay, so again, we're opening things up. We're looking at, okay, there's opportunities out there that I'm interested in that right now aren't a possibility. But with an extra $5,000 a month, some of these things would be possible. Okay? And I want to push your boundaries a little bit further before we get into the compensation plan. And I want you to think, what if every month on the 15th of the month, you received commissions from doTERRA over $15,000? What would you do? Quit my job. Good. Buy more apartments. Good. Okay. It's funny because buy a building and open a business. Well, you already have a business. What's interesting here is there's lots of people that make a shift at this point, 15,000, 20,000 a month. They have what they need. And so instead of the money going to things that they're currently holding themselves back from, it tends to make a shift towards, I'm going to do things that will make an impact in the world. I'm going to find ways to make a contribution. And I'm going to invest that money in my business, but I'm also going to invest that money in making the world a better, stronger, safer place. And I think this is something that's very important because for me, the compensation plan isn't just about making money. It's also about, well, what are you going to do with it? Because it's important that you know that you have a clear idea what you are going to do with it. Many people say money is something that makes a good person great and a bad person worse. It's just an amplifier. It's energy. But when you are receiving more money than your needs demand, that's when life starts to change, when freedom enters in, when you have the ability to start contemplating what life could be. And I think this is important. So as we're going through this presentation tonight, I want you to be thinking about that. What am I going to do with the money? When I start making a successful income with doTERRA, what am I going to do with that? Because that's probably the most important question from this presentation. So going to move forward now, and I want to talk about, just briefly, give credit where credit is due. Most of this presentation tonight is going to come from the business overview, which is created by Edge Success. I am absolutely in love with this presentation. I think it does a very good job of presenting the business opportunity and presenting it quite clearly. Forgive me, the lighting in here is a bit strange. You're going to see the light coming on and off because when they overheat, they turn off automatically. So nothing I can do about it. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the light show. But I want to give credit to Rod Richardson and Seth Rizame, who are the creators of the Edge Success System. For me, this made a whole lot of sense when I first saw their presentation of the compensation plan. The visual aspect to it just made things that much easier to understand, to be able to explain. And so I'm very appreciative for the work that they've done. So we're going to be using this to explain this tonight. And the first question I want to ask you is, why would you partner with doTERRA? Why would you consider this a business opportunity for yourself? And I think this is a very important question. The first thing that I want to pay attention to is the fact that doTERRA has a very, very high quality product line. And that alone sets this business opportunity apart from many others because, quite frankly, the people that you know are very interested in this. And a lot of the people that you don't know. There's all kinds of statistics from the United States and other countries that doTERRA has been researching about the number of people that are interested in natural health care and the number of people that are looking for solutions. And one of the things that I always like to remind people is every night before people go to bed, there's a large population of this world that prays or meditates. And one of the things that they're asking for every night is improved health and improved financial position. And those are two of the things that you have at your fingertips here. And so I want you to remember that as you're going about through this presentation, you have a very high quality product that you can offer people that is going to make a difference in their lives. You also have a very powerful financial opportunity that if someone engages and dedicates time and effort to this, they will succeed. There is no question. It is simply a matter of engaging and dedicating the time to it. It is not a get-win or get rich quick scheme. I can assure you of that. You are going to have to work to make this work. But you will succeed if you are persistent and consistent. Because the capacity, the capability aspect is really quite simple. It's about dealing with people. It's about being human. But one of the reasons that doTERRA is such a successful business opportunity is because of this retention rate that's over here. It's showing over here. 65% of the customers that join your business will continue purchasing your product on a consistent basis. This 65% is since the time that the company started. 65% of all of the 5 million customers that are in doTERRA are still using these products at least once every 6 months. This is a huge, huge percentage. Most companies that we deal with in network marketing industry that offer this kind of opportunity, first of all, they sell the opportunity. Their business is the opportunity. With doTERRA, 80% of the people that are in doTERRA only want access to the product. That's what they're here for. That's what they're interested in. And this is a very important thing to remember, because we need to present the business opportunity to those people that are open to the business opportunity. We are not people that will try to convince everyone that they should be involved in the business opportunity. Because it's very important that our customers feel safe to just be customers, to purchase the product comfortably at the best price possible. That's what we're looking for. And that's why that retention rate is so high, because they are able to get good quality products at the best price possible. And nobody is pressuring them into doing the business. Now, we invite people to do the business. We offer the opportunity, and that's what this presentation is about. We educate them about the opportunity, but we do not pressure them. Because by pressuring them, that's when you lose some of those people that are just customers. They want to buy the product. They like the product. And one of the things that I find very interesting about this is doTERRA's growth. You see here in the middle, growth chart. And the first few years, doTERRA's growth was small. It was slow. It was incremental. But it's exponential over the last few years. That's what that kind of a graph indicates, as exponential growth. It's been powerful. Within 7 years, it became a $1 billion company. It's now 9 years old and very close to a $2 billion company. That is huge, not only in network marketing, that's huge anywhere. And you can see the comparisons with Apple over that 7-year period. The growth is very similar to Apple computer products. And so that's the kind of company that we're looking at here. It's run by people that know what they're doing. Not only are they successful, but I've had the pleasure, because I was working for the company as head of the European market, I've had the pleasure of interacting with all of the members of the management team, the senior management team. I know all of them. And I am very proud to say that that's the reason that I'm here today, is because I believe in these people. I believe in their ethics. I believe in their standards. And one of the ways that you can see their ethics and their values in play, in action, is the co-impact sourcing initiative that they've created and all of the charities that they support. They are not about only the bottom line. They are about the bottom line. A company has to be about the bottom line, otherwise it doesn't survive. They have a very healthy company. It's debt-free, but they also give a lot of time, attention, and money towards improving the lives of the people that are growing the essential oils, improving the lives of their families, improving the lives of the communities in which they live, and also improving the lives of the customers through use of the products, improving the lives of the people that build the business through the financial opportunity. And then they also branch out by supporting charities that they feel represent their values. So you've got Days for Girls, which basically creates sanitary packages for women across the world. You've got OUR, which is helping to basically reduce the amount of childhood sex trafficking, that's going on in the world today. One of the biggest problems that we have in the world. We've got micro loans that are being supported by doTERRA. There's all kinds of projects, charitable projects that are going on around the world through doTERRA, but also through the initiatives that the wellness advocates are supporting. Now, these are some of the reasons that I'm asking you right at the start. Why are you here? What if you were making $15,000? What would you do with that income? Well, hopefully some of those answers are that you would give back. You would find ways of making things work. So that's the starting point for all of this compensation plan. I now want to get into how do you actually make money from doTERRA? And so the first thing that we're going to talk about is retail sales. The first thing we're going to talk about is retail sales because I don't really believe that this is the best way to make money with doTERRA. And so I want to eliminate this from your mindset because this is not the best way to make an income, okay? All of you, when you're enrolled in doTERRA as a wellness advocate, you receive a website, mydoterra.com/your name. It's in your virtual office. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. Sometimes we don't make a big deal out of it, but you always have the ability to send that link to someone and they will be able to purchase the products. When they purchase those products, you will receive a 25% profit on every product that they purchase immediately into your AR balance or as a commissionable check, okay? Depending on the country that you live in. This is nice. It's a good opportunity. However, it is not the best way for people to buy the products. It's not the cheapest way for people to buy the products, and therefore it's not the best solution for your business. Remember, our goal is to educate people about the products and to educate them about the best and cheapest way to buy those products and so that they have them available for their family. Retail sales is not the best way to buy the products. It's 33% more expensive for every product that they buy. Surely you can find a way to benefit them more than that. And the best way to do that is to carry on the education, help them get an access to a wellness advocate or wholesale customer account. And by doing that, you will then no longer get retail sales commissions, but you will get commissions through all of the different avenues in the doTERRA compensation plan. And trust me, you will make more money over time through that than you will through retail sales. What I always like to compare is retail sales are like hauling a bucket. What I mean by that is you're exchanging your time, your personal effort, your energy for every one of those sales. If you can help people develop the ability to place orders themselves in their own account, and you just carry on with the education, you're moving those sales from a bucket activity to a pipeline activity. And that's really what you want to create as a pipeline for the future. So let me just go through very quickly some business terms that are important for you. Product value or personal volume. This is PV. Basically, this is the currency for doTERRA. Organizational volume, OV. This is accumulation of your personal volume, your product volume, the value of the products that you have purchased, as well as everybody else's personal volume from your entire organization. That's what organizational volume is called. Commissionable volume. If you're outside the United States, this is an important thing as well because this will determine the amount of commissions that you are going to get paid on. Commissionable volume for every product is roughly the same as product volume converted into your local currency. Okay, so for example, here in Europe, you may have something that is one PV, $1 value. The commissionable volume would be about a little bit higher than that in commissionable volume. And so you're going to be paid in dollars and then converted back into euros. And roughly that's going to equate to the same amount of volume that you would pay as if you were in the United States. Okay. So long story short, product value, personal volume is something you need to keep track of, sometimes for promotions. Organizational volume is something that is very important for reaching ranks. Commissionable volume is very important because that's what you're going to eventually be paid off of. So when you're paid your fast start bonuses, you are paid these on a weekly basis. All right. This is the first critical way that you will earn money from doTERRA. You're paid these on a weekly basis, and you're paid these for the first 60 days of every new enrollment that you have. All right. Now, in order to earn this income, you need to have 100 PV in personal volume on the loyalty rewards program. And for this particular commission, you also have to have the loyalty rewards template always above 100 PV. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, you may ask for your loyalty rewards order to be shipped on the 5th of the month. Fantastic. You feel like you've done what you need to do for the month of October. Actually, no, because if you have a new enrollment after the 5th of the month and you drop your loyalty rewards template down to 0 and you start adding products gradually, you will not be paid that commission during that month. What you need to do is make sure that your template is always above 100 PV. And so what I like to do is after my order has run, I either leave those products in exactly as they were, or I switch it to a kit. I switch it to a family essentials kit. And that automatically is over 100 PV. And therefore I know that I'm going to receive any commission that's available to me. Okay? That's the critical thing. And then just set yourself a reminder 2 days before the 5th of the month. Next month, you need to change your loyalty rewards order again so that it's ready for you. Okay. Now, some of us talk about 100 PV as the requirement. Please keep in mind that this is the requirement for people that want to earn commissions from doTERRA. I'm explaining it this way very importantly for you for today because I assume all of you that are on this call today, you want to earn commissions from doTERRA. This is important for you. But not all of you, or not all of the people in your organization will want to earn commissions from doTERRA. Remember, we said earlier, 80% only are here to buy the product. They like the product. So please don't feel like everyone needs to be on 100 PV. They can receive, your customers will receive all of the benefits of the loyalty rewards program at 50 PV. Okay? And that's a fantastic opportunity for them. So please make sure that they have that opportunity. Make sure that they understand that. Now, for the first 60 days of every new enrollment that you will have, you will receive 20% of the commissionable volume of their order. All right? 20% of the PV in most cases. You will receive 10% if someone that you enrolls a new person. And you will receive another 5% if that person enrolls someone. So before this gets too confusing, let me give you an example here. There's you, and you enroll James. When James places an order, any order that he places in the first 60 days, you're going to receive 20% of the volume that he places. Okay? And then that will be converted into your local currency. If James enrolls Stephen, then you will receive 10% of every order that Stephen places during Stephen's first 60 days. When Stephen enrolls Jenny, you will receive 5% of every purchase that Jenny makes within her first 60 days. Okay? Stephen will receive 10% of the commissions, 20% of the commissions for Jenny, and James will receive 10%. Okay, so it keeps moving up the line. Your enroller will receive 20%, you will receive 20%, your enroller will receive 10%, and their enroller will receive 5%. So one of the things that's very important here to remember is when you're getting started, it seems like you're hauling buckets because you are the one that's enrolling everyone. But as you find people that start enrolling people, this becomes a pipeline because you may not even know Jenny and you're receiving a 5% commission off of the orders that she places during her first 60 days. Now, some of you might be asking the question, well, what happens after 60 days? What happens to the money then? Well, The money gets paid into a different part of the compensation plan. But the benefit from doTERRA, and this is huge, this is very important for you, doTERRA pays this commission throughout your life with doTERRA. As long as you are enrolling people or the people below you are enrolling people, you will be receiving the Fast Start commission on a weekly basis. Now, I've worked for a lot of companies that offer a Fast Start bonus, and most of them offer the Fast Start bonus for your first 60 days. Meaning you get this big bonus, but you better enroll people quickly, and you better do it within your first 60 days. Because after that, you will not be receiving this commission. That is not the case with doTERRA. They want to basically reward anyone that is enrolling as long as they are enrolling. So as long as you continue actively enrolling people and introducing people to doTERRA, then you will receive the rewards of this benefit, of this bonus, of this commission. Okay? This is very important to understand. And so competitively, this is a very lucrative opportunity for you. And what you'll find is when you're just getting started in doTERRA, most of your commissions are going to be from this. So you need to be enrolling people. And one of the things that people say that I hear quite often is, I'm not making enough money. Well, if you're not making enough money with doTERRA, there's a very simple remedy for that. You need to be teaching more people. Well, let's go back. If you're not making enough money from doTERRA, it's because you're not enrolling enough people. If you're not enrolling enough people, it's because you're not teaching enough people. And if you're not teaching enough people, it's because you're not inviting enough people. It's a simple mathematical thing. So if you're not making enough money from doTERRA, what I would suggest is you start inviting more people to classes. You start teaching more people, you will for sure start enrolling more people as you're teaching more people. Okay? The next part of the compensation plan that we're going to talk about is the power of three. Now, this is paid on a monthly basis. This is why I was asking you about the 15th of every month. It's the 15th of every month that this is paid to everyone who has a 100 PV loyalty rewards order. Okay? So once again, that same 100 PV loyalty rewards order is what qualifies you for all commissions within doTERRA. There are no further requirements than that. And that's one of the things that I love here. It's a very simple program, very simple, very straightforward, and also very low cost. There are not many businesses that you can create that will allow you to get started with only 100 PV or $100 or 100 euro, 100 pound investment on a monthly basis. This is a very low cost entry business. Okay, so the power of three bonus is built on you finding three people, and I'm going to focus on this chart up here on the right-hand corner, the one that's marked with the minimum 600 OV. That's the one that I want you to pay attention to. So you've got yourself with a 100 PV order. You've got three other people with 100 PV orders on LRP. They must be on loyalty rewards. And then in total, you need to have 600 OV. If you can create that little chart off to the right, you will earn $50 on a monthly basis. Now, what does that mean? Well, $50 on a monthly basis is not a significant amount of money, you may say. But actually, if you compare it to what you would need to have in the bank to be able to earn interest off of this, you're talking about a comparison of about $12,000 sitting in a bank account that will pay you $50 on a monthly basis. So in creating this little organization of 600 OV on a monthly basis, you have generated a value of $12,000 on of monthly income. This is very important for yourself. Okay, so you're going to be creating $50 income on a monthly basis just by creating that. Now, here's what a lot of people think. Okay, well, if I can do that, then all I need to do is I need to go and find 9 more people so that I'll get $250 a month. And this is where I would warn you. And I'm going to park this presentation on the power of 3 for now and come back to it later. The power of 3 bonus needs to be built on the back of builders, not customers. Why? Because customers are not going to be consistent in ordering 100 PV. They don't have the motivation to do that. Builders must have a 100 PV loyalty rewards order. in place. And so you're wanting to make sure that this structure is built on builders, not on customers, okay? And so we're going to park it at that and come back to it a little bit later for more information. But when you do this properly, this will become a pipeline activity. When you do this erroneously, this will take all of your time, all of your effort, and really wipe you out energetically. And so I want to make sure that we do this correctly. So we're going to move on, and we'll come back to that in a minute. The next structure for commissions is called the unilevel organizational bonus. Now, this is where most of us, over time, are going to make most of the money that we make with doTERRA, okay? Most of your income will come from here. Why is that? Because doTERRA has created this compensation plan in a very strategic way. What they understand is as your organization grows, you will have more people on the lower levels of your organization than you do at the top. Why is that? Well, because if you look at a simple mathematical structure, we're going to assume that 3 people find 3 people who find 3 people who find 3 people. It's never going to work this way. But we're making an assumption just for the ease of a financial calculation. We're also going to assume that all of these people have a 150 PV monthly order, okay, on average. Also, that's not going to happen. And so don't worry about it. That's perfectly fine. But this is for ease of a financial calculation that we're looking at it this way. So if you get 2% on your frontline people, there's 3 people there, that will earn you $9 on a monthly basis. That's not a lot of money, okay? But if you have 9 people on your second level, you're earning 3% on your second level, you'll have $49 in commission. Fantastic, right? If you have 27 people on your third level and you're earning 5% on that, you're going to earn $252. Still not a lot of money. As you keep going down, you see the number of people dramatically increases. This is exponential increase, okay? By the time you get to the 7th level, there are over 2,000 people in your organization. You're earning 7% on those people, and you're earning over $32,000 in commissions from doTERRA on a monthly basis. Now, as I said, this is never going to happen exactly like this. But you will get to the point, if you're consistent and persistent, where you are earning that kind of money with doTERRA. That is a very realistic opportunity. Now, is it going to take time, or is it going to happen in 1 year? No, it's not going to happen in a year. You need to bring in a lot of people to make that happen in a year, and you need to also find builders who bring in a lot of people. And so remove that from your mind. It may take 5 years. It might take 10 years. But who cares? If it takes 10 years and you get to the 10th year and you're now making $32,000 a month from doTERRA just from the unilevel commissions, you're doing very well. Now, let's take a look at this. If you were to reverse those percentages, and the reason we're comparing this is because there's a lot of companies that actually do this comparison or pay their commissions. They pay a high percentage on the front line and a lower percentage the further down you go. Well, look at the difference that this impacts using exactly the same assumptions. 3 people bringing in 3 people, bringing in 3 people. So the number of people in your organization has not changed. The number of volume that they're bringing in is still 150 PV per average per person. So those 2 things have stayed consistent, but the amount of money that you're making on the 7th level in the reversed example is less than half, 12,000. Instead of 32,000. It's a huge difference. It's almost a third. So what this is trying to indicate for you is doTERRA is being very generous in paying a higher percentage lower down in your organization. This benefits you. This benefits you, and what doTERRA is wise about is they understand that it benefits them as well. Because if you have a deeper, stronger, more depth organization, then you're going to stay with doTERRA because you're earning good money. And this is what they want. They want people that stay, that are committed, that are in this for the long term, because doTERRA is in this for the long term. Okay? So that's what that is trying to indicate for you. The other advantage to remember is that 65% retention rate. Now, if you know that in the 9 years that doTERRA has been operating, 65% of those people are still purchasing products, that means you now have a pipeline opportunity. You have an opportunity to create a business that will continue on with longevity for the future. This is a good business opportunity. Now, we're going to talk about the unilevel organizational bonus, and I don't want to go into a huge amount of detail here because it's a very complex structure. What I think is important for you to know is that you can start earning commissions with just a 50 PV order through the unilevel commissions program. But you're not going to do that, right? Because that would eliminate you from your Power of 3 bonus, and it would eliminate you from your Fast Start bonus. So with your 100 PV LRP order, loyalty rewards order, you are now qualified for commissions right the way through to Presidential Diamond. That's all you need to do on a monthly basis to earn commissions, even as the highest rank in doTERRA, 100 PV personal volume. Fantastic. What does that mean? That means you're not going to be stocking up your garage with a bunch of product. You're not going to be overstocking yourself. You can use the product that you need. You can use the product that you have, and you can sell or educate people to purchase product. You don't have any need to stock it. This is very important. Okay? Now, going forward, you've got the rank of manager, director, executive, and elite that are all based on just your monthly OV. With 500, you become a manager, and that gives you access to 2% on your front line, 3% on your second line. As a director, you need 1,000 OV every single month. All right? But that gives you access to now 3 levels of payout. As an executive, you need 2,000 OV. That gives you access to 4 levels of payout. As an elite, you need 3,000 OV every month. But this gives you access to 5 levels of payout, 5 levels of depth. Now, the reality is when you're elite, you have a fairly small organization still. And so you may not even have 5 levels of organizational depth, but you may. And so this is a fantastic opportunity for you. Now, the other thing that is unique is doTERRA pays in dynamic compression. All you need to know about dynamic compression is that maximizes your payout. All right? That's all you need to understand from that. What that means is if you've got someone in your downline that doesn't have a 50 PV or 100 PV order, doTERRA is going to compress all of that up, but it doesn't take out a layer of your commission. And so the people down below are going to compress up, and you will get paid as much as is possible from your organization. And we've got a presentation that a good friend of mine, Guillaume Duvou, has done that will go into further detail about the dynamic compression and how that works. So let's just park that for now. But all you really need to understand about dynamic compression is it maximizes your payout from doTERRA. Okay? All right, now the ranks of Premier, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Blue Diamond, and Presidential Diamond, that's where you start earning shares within doTERRA. Now, to be able to do that, they want to make sure that you're more committed to doTERRA. They want to make sure that you are truly a leader. And for that, there are additional requirements. You need to start having qualified legs that are reaching a certain rank. Okay, so this means you are no longer just a builder. You need to start educating people to become builders as well, to do this with you. All right, this is where your first levels of leadership come in. Okay, so we're going to go into more detail of that later. But what I want you to understand is to make the rank of Premier, for example, it's 5,000 OV with 2 executive legs. To make it to Silver, for example, it's 3 elite legs. So 3 legs of 3,000 each. All right, and then it carries on moving from there. The key foundational structures of this compensation plan, and we'll talk about this again in a minute, are executive and elite. And for me, the real crux point is the rank of elite. This is the one that I want you to keep your focus on, keep your drive on, and really understand. And we'll get to this in just a minute about why that is. Here's the leadership bonus pools on a monthly basis. The first one is fantastic. What doTERRA is doing here, you guys, you really need to understand that. They are setting aside 7% of all revenue from around the world, and they are dedicating that to their leaders. Now, this is huge offering. this is not, many people think they get confused between revenue and profit. This is not 7% of doTERRA's profit. This is 7% of doTERRA's revenue. And they're taking this on a monthly basis, they're setting it aside, and they're sharing it with those that have reached the rank of Premier and above. So the first opportunity to make a bonus from this is what we call the Premier Empowerment Bonus, all right? It's this green bonus that's up in the top left-hand corner. So doTERRA takes 1% of all revenues, all sales from every part of the world. It doesn't matter where your organization is. If you don't have anyone in Japan, but someone buys product in Japan, that is included in this. You're going to earn a share of all sales from everywhere in the world. Now, this is divided amongst all premiers in doTERRA who have at least one personal enrollment over 100 PV during the month, and all silvers who have at least one personal enrollment over 100 PV during that month. Now, why are they saying you must have one personal enrollment? Well, because they want to ensure that this particular bonus, the empowerment bonus, is going to people that are actively involved in educating about the oils. And so if you are a premier, but you are not educating anyone about the oils, you will not receive this share, all right? If you are a silver, but you are not educating anyone, you are not enrolling, you will not receive this share. And I think this is very important, all right? So they've created this and they've set this stipulation. You need one personal enrollment over 100 PV every month to be able to earn this. Now, what does this equate to? Roughly, each share is worth around $190. Now, it fluctuates every month. Why does it fluctuate? Because sales fluctuate from around the world. So the 7% that they're taking fluctuates. Also, the number of premiers that have qualified that have also had one personal enrollment, and the number of silvers that have qualified with one personal enrollment changes every month. So the size of the pool changes, and also the number of people that it's shared amongst changes. But roughly, you can expect around $190 on a monthly basis from this pool, okay? When you become silver, you also have the opportunity to share in the silver leadership pool. Now, this leadership pool is 2% of all sales, and it's shared between the silvers, the golds, and the platinums in the company. For this share, you don't need to have the one personal enrollment. But honestly, I would encourage you to continue doing that anyways. So for the silver share from this bonus pool, you will be earning roughly $150 on a monthly basis. Gold, you will be earning roughly $750 because you get 5 shares. And platinums, you get 10 shares automatically, so you will be earning roughly $1,500 on a monthly basis from just this bonus. In addition to that, you will be earning your unilevel bonus and your fast start bonus and possibly a power of 3 bonus depending on your rank and depending on your organizational structure, okay? Then there's another 4% of sales that are taken and divided between diamonds, blue diamonds, and presidential diamonds. Diamonds get 1% that's divided just among the diamonds. And then they also get 1 share in a pool that's divided amongst the diamonds, blue diamonds, and presidential diamonds, okay? Altogether, those 2 pieces of the pie equate to about $4,000 a month. Blue diamonds, you get 1% of a pie that's shared only among blue diamonds, and then you also get 2 shares in the pie that's shared between diamonds, blues, and presidentials. Roughly, that equates to about $9,000 to $12,000 on a monthly basis. Presidential diamonds, you receive 1 share of the 1% presidential diamond bonus. You also receive 3 shares in the bonus that's shared between the diamonds, blue diamonds, and presidential diamonds. Roughly, that equates to between $15,000 and $35,000 on a monthly basis. And that's over and above the commissions that you're earning from all of the other commissionable opportunities that you have within doTERRA. Guys, this is what I like to consider your opportunity to become a shareholder within doTERRA. This is your chance to earn your way to being a shareholder with doTERRA. Now, you will never have the opportunity to buy shares of this company. It's not going to be a publicly traded company. And so your opportunity to own shares, just like you would in Apple, is through these leadership bonus pools. So qualify yourself to the rank of Premier and above. This is where you're going to start earning substantial commissions from doTERRA on a consistent basis. All of this is paid in your monthly commissions on the 15th of the month. Okay? And this is truly a pipeline activity because these bonuses are paid from all of the sales from around doTERRA. They will be consistent as long as your organizational structure is consistent. All right, so let's look at these ranks in a little bit more detail. Remember, the building block ranks are executive and elite. And we've put Premier here because this is the first rank that requires the structure. But you'll notice that the two structures that is required, the two legs, are executive legs, represented by the green E. Okay? So executive is the building block for Premier. Premier is the building block for gold. Gold is the building block for blue diamond. All right? So it keeps moving up through that, with executive being the key foundational rank there. Elite, though, this is the one that I really want you to pay attention to. Elite is the key foundational rank in doTERRA. Why? Because it's for everyone that just wants to break even, this is the rank that you need to get to. If you want to earn as much money as you're paying so that you're getting your products paid for, you need to build an organization that is going to be consistently elite. All right? If you want more than that, fantastic. But if that's all you want, then you need to become elite. All right. Now, if you can get yourself to elite, and then you can start finding other people within your organization that also want to break even, then you will start developing a silver organization. Because to be silver, what you need is 3 elite branches. All right? 3 elite branches will be earning you more or less $2,100 on a monthly basis from doTERRA. Now, we're going to skip through gold, not because it's not valuable, but because I want you to look at the duplication of rank, right? Those 3 elites now, they're at break even. And if they can be inspired and motivated to identify and coach 3 people from within their organization to become elite as well, then that would move them to silver, right? And if you can coach your 3 elites that you have right now to become silvers each, then you'll become a platinum. And so this is really the shift. I think silver to gold and silver to platinum is where the shift happens from builder to leader. This is where you need to hone your leadership skills. You need to become a motivator. You need to incentivize people in your team to be able to build that organization. Now, as a platinum, you're going to be earning roughly $8,800, $9,000 on a monthly basis as a consistent platinum. Now, the very first time you hit platinum, you are not likely to earn that commission, okay? Because this is your average income from across all platinums in doTERRA. Some of those platinums have a very large organization, and some of them have just barely hit. So this is the average, right? So assume that the first month that you hit platinum, you're going to be earning maybe $5,000, $6,000. But over time, as your organization grows and matures into that rank, you will be earning, on average, $9,000 on a monthly basis. The next rank is also vital, is diamond. And there's actually more diamonds in doTERRA than there are platinums. Why? There's more diamonds in doTERRA because by the time you learn the skills to get yourself to platinum, you will carry on through to diamond. There is no doubt. And so most of the people that make it to platinum stay there for a very short period of time and make their way very quickly to diamond. Why? What is required? Well, it's only one more silver leg. And so you build another silver organization. Now, I would not encourage you to build a silver organization or a diamond type organization from the start. I don't think it's wise to build 4 legs. My advice to you in building your organization is to build for the rank of elite that you see here in the middle, but build with the next rank in mind. So build the rank of elite with 3,000 volume, but build it with 2 strong legs, all right? So that you're already positioning yourself for success as a premier. Now, success as a premier is 2 executive legs. So you may find yourself already at the rank of elite with 1 executive leg and the other one at 1,000. Wow, that's fantastic, because that means very soon you're going to move through to the rank of premier. That is my advice, okay? There are different people that see things differently, but my recommendation is you build for elite with no more than 2 strong, solid legs. You identify your 2 builders. You build through to premier. As you get to premier and your 2 legs are stable and consistent, that's when you start building your 3rd elite leg, okay? And your 3rd elite leg is going to move you through to silver. As you become silver, then you're encouraging your team to build to elite with 2 strong legs. They will naturally flow into premiers themselves. And as they flow into premiers, you will flow into gold. But your focus is platinum. Your focus is coaching your 3 elites to find, identify, and train their 3 elites. All right? But in doing so, in going through that process, they are going to become premier in the process. So you will pass through the gold rank. And then you'll become consistent, solid at building a silver organization. And you'll build a 4th one. You will become diamond, and you will stay solid at diamond for a while. Once you're solid at diamond, you will start your 5th organizational leg. You may have already started it, all right? But you want to ensure that you have 4 solid legs at diamond before you start really focusing in on your 5th leg, because you will be a mature builder at this point. You will know how to find a new builder, how to identify them, how to build them, how to coach them, how to motivate and inspire them, and you will quickly move on to blue diamond. And then eventually you will make it through to presidential diamond. Now, presidential diamond, if you'll notice, is just 6 platinum legs. Well, 6 platinum legs are a series of people that have learned the skills of building up elites. That's what this rank is so powerful for. Okay, so the whole presidential diamond structure is built on understanding how to identify someone and bring them from 0 to elite, and how to do that in the right number of circumstances, coaching people along the way. If you can continue this duplication process, then you will build a very strong organization with doTERRA. Now, you see the income potential there. Average income for a presidential diamond in doTERRA is $114,000 on a monthly basis. Guys, this blows away the $15,000 that we were talking about earlier. And if you're earning $114,000 a month from doTERRA on the 15th of the month, you will by this time probably have identified some cause, something that you are reinvesting your money into to make the world a better place. Usually by the time someone is diamond, blue diamond, presidential diamond, that's where they're identifying those causes that they are really heavily involved in and backing. And this is something that I want you to keep in mind right from the start when you're getting started with doTERRA. Next, you have your Power of 3 bonus. This is a monthly bonus, an income opportunity for you. The Power of 3, we're going to go back to this. All right, remember what we focused on with this structure up in the right-hand corner, minimum 600 OV. But remember what I said is you need to build this based on builders. So your goal is to identify 3 builders, all right? Now, what does that remind you of? Do you remember that we talked about your goal is to get yourself to elite and then identify the 3 people within your organization that want to do this as a business with you. And you want to coach them how to get to elite. These 3 elites are likely to be your frontline people, all right? These 3 elites are likely to be the people that you will build your Power of 3 bonus structure around. Okay. Now it may be that one of those people is 1 or 2 layers down. So you might have to find another person. But what I want to make very clear is your Power of 3 structure. The bonuses from this are not as lucrative as the bonuses that come from the rank advancement. So you are more wise to go after a rank advancement, earn the commissions from that, build your structure solidly at the rank level, and then go back and look at, where are my leaders? What can I do to earn the power of 3 bonus? Now, here's your critical thing. Remember what I was saying. If you build to elite with 2 leaders and you don't worry about your 3rd leg, then that means that very likely your 3rd leg will be one of these builders on your front level. All right? If you build all right away your power of 3 structure, then you have the tendency to not have your true builders on your front line. If you take a bit more time, then you will be much more likely that your frontline leaders will actually be the people that you're building your power of 3 structure with. Now, your goal, once you've built your $50 structure, is not to build the $250 structure. It is to educate your 3 blue builders how to go about and create their structure. So it's going to slow this process down a little bit to get your $250 bonus. But when they learn, your blue builders learn how to do this, and they create their structure, it's going to be much more solid, okay? And then when your purple builders learn how to build their structure, each one of them, you will be earning $1,500 on a monthly basis. But you will not have done the work. You will have created a duplication system that is just going to carry on, all right? Eventually, your blue builders will be earning the $1,500 bonus. Your purple builders will also be earning the $1,500 bonus, but not because of the work that you have done, because of the work that they have done, because they have educated and trained and built that duplication cycle. Now, what you'll see is this is a very similar structure to what we require in the ranks with doTERRA. Silver, platinum, and eventually diamond are the same key structures that you need to have in place as your power of 3 bonus. And so what many times will happen is when you are platinum or diamond, that is when you will be earning your 3rd level power of 3, because you have those 2 structures are basically balancing out, okay? Please save yourself some time. Don't focus too heavily on building the power of 3 monthly structure right from the start. Focus more on your ranks. Build your rank at the level of elite with 2 legs. That will move you quicker through to the level of premier, quicker through to the level of silver, and your organization is going to be stronger and more stable because of that effort, okay? That would be my advice. This last slide talks about what is it going to take for you? What is it that you need to do to be able to succeed in this business? And how long is it going to take you? Well, how long is a very hard question to answer. I can't answer that because I don't know how much time you're investing in this. But let's put some estimates around this. If your goal is to hit the rank of elite because you want to break even, right? But you only have 3 to 5 hours per week, then it's likely going to take you upwards of 6 months. That's what I would recommend. If you're dedicating 3 to 5 hours per week, meaning you're teaching 1 class per week, then I think it's going to take you probably around 6 months to be able to achieve that, okay? If your goal is elite because you want to break even, but you have 8 to 15 hours a week that you're going to dedicate, well, then you can probably reduce that down to 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 if you're a little bit slower, but 2 to 3 months, I think, is a very likely opportunity for you to hit the rank of elite and be breaking even, okay? Now, that also means that if you carry on that cycle, you're probably looking at silver within a year, dedicating 8 to 15 hours a week doing this business. Now, if you're able to dedicate more time and you're focused on building this as a business, then it's very likely that you can speed up that process. You're still on a large learning curve, so the first 2-4 months may not change significantly, right? You've got to learn how to give a class and do it successfully. You've got to learn how to invite people and do it in a way that's embracing for people. You've got to learn how to sample people. You've got to learn about the products so that you know what you're talking about. So it may still take you 2 to 4 months to get to the rank of elite, but then it's going to speed up the process of getting to premier and silver and gold. And honestly, some of these other ranks, gold, platinum, diamond, I don't think it's very likely that you're going to achieve those ranks unless you are dedicating more time to this. You need to be looking at 15 to 30, 15 to 40 hours per week. And if you're getting to the rank of diamond, honestly, I think you need to look at this as a full-time opportunity. Okay. Now, you may not be able to do this as a full-time opportunity now. And so what is also helpful with this diagram is to look at what can you do part-time to get yourself to the rank of silver. All right. Now, at the rank of silver, you're probably earning roughly $2,000 a month. And at that point, maybe you have a little more freedom that you can ease up some more time to be able to dedicate and commit to it, to be able to get yourself to gold, to platinum, to diamond, okay? But to get to those ranks, you are going to want to dedicate more time, more energy to be able to succeed. One of the things that I've heard from most of the diamonds that have made it to blue and presidential is that actually once you get to blue and presidential, because your organization is more independent from you, your leaders are stronger, more capable, more able, and more hungry to make it to diamond themselves, then actually your time starts to decrease again. And you'll have more time to be able to dedicate to your life, to your other priorities. So my advice to you, dedicate your time as much as you possibly can to speed up the process to get yourself to diamond, and then move yourself into the ranks of blue diamond, presidential diamond. Do yourself a favor. Get yourself to those ranks, make life as easy as possible, and create independent leaders along the way. By creating independent leaders along the way, you will have built a pipeline for yourself. That does not mean that you can sit back and relax and retire. No, that's not what a pipeline means. The pipeline means you will have built something that only needs management. Your investment of time, energy is more in leadership, is more in helping to motivate, to mentor, to inspire, to keep things moving along than it is in the day-to-day, daily things that you need to be doing to get yourself to gold, platinum, and diamond. Okay? Build yourself this structure, build yourself this pipeline. It will make all the difference in your life. That's where freedom will come. That's where the ability to live the life that you dream of. And sometimes even just the ability to start dreaming again about what that life is. That's where this will come from. Thank you very much. I know there hasn't been a lot of time for questions or anything. I've actually got another call that I've got to run onto. And so I'm going to leave this webinar here. I appreciate all of you for being here. It makes my job much easier when I'm able to look at your faces and see that you're understanding. Hopefully this has been beneficial for you. And I'm very happy to, if we need to in the future to do a question and answer session, I'm very happy to do that on another day. All right. Thank you very much. We're going to end the recording here. I appreciate all of your time and look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Cheers.